I'm going to show you how to make your own natural sunscreen. So first of all, we need to weigh our beeswax, oils and butter together before we melt them down. So I've got my Pyrex jug and I'm just going to tear it. And first of all, I'm going to measure the coconut oil. So this is just normal coconut oil. It's not fractionated, so it is a solid in winter, not so much in summer, but we're in the aircon, so it's a bit thicker. So I need 100 grams. So I'm just going to tear it back to 0. And on top of the coconut oil, I'm going to add the beeswax. So the beeswax is 25 grams. Okay, so 25 grams of beeswax. To that, I'm going to add my shea butter and 25 grams of shea butter as well. So it's not very much. Let's pop that in. And now the avocado oil. So avocado oil has a natural SPS factor in, which is why the avocado oil is used in this recipe rather than another oil. So we have 70 grams of avocado oil. Now all we want to do is put them in so you want to get a saucepan, put some water in it, and then we're just going to sit the oils and the butter and the wax in the saucepan and just gently simmer the water in the saucepan and wait for the beeswax and all the butters and oils to melt. It's probably going to take about 10 minutes. So I'm going to melt them now and then I'm going to come back and show you the next step. My beeswax and oils and shea butter have now fully melted. So now what I'm going to do is add in the zinc. Okay, you might want to wear a mask if you're doing this. It can be very dusty. I'm going to carefully try and pour it in. So the idea is to, once you've poured it in, just to stir, just to keep on stirring so that it all incorporates into the mixture. This recipe also calls for carrot seed oil, which is optional. Carrot seed oil does have SPS factors in it, so it is a good one to add to sunscreen if you've got it. I'm also going to put in some lavender oil. Again, this is optional, you don't need to use lavender oil, but it does smell nice. So 10 drops of lavender oil. And now you can get a water bath. So I've literally just got a bowl with some ice in it. And I'm just going to pop the mixture on top of the ice whilst I continue to stir. Now this just helps the mixture to cool down and start to solidify. Once it gets a bit thicker, I'm going to pour it into my containers, but I'm just going to stir it for a little while longer and just let it thicken a little bit. My sunscreen is now thickened. So you can see it's kind of like thick cream now. I'm going to pour it into my container because I don't want it to go any harder in here because it's going to be difficult to pour into my container. I'm just using an aluminium tin. You can use glass, you could use a plastic. That's entirely up to you. So I'm just going to pour it in, and this recipe makes the perfect amount for a 250 ml jar. You might want to use a spatula to get the rest of this out. As it continues to set, it's really good just to use a skewer or a chopstick or something, just so that you can continue to kind of give it a bit of a stir. I might just get a teaspoon and use a teaspoon to stir it. Also, as a little tip, when you're trying to clean this out, don't put this in the dishwasher. It will fill your dishwasher with zinc and it will be a nightmare to clean. The best way to clean out zinc and beeswax and anything like that is to actually use a paper towel and wipe out all of the mixture with a paper towel. and then wash it. So when it looks clean, then run it under the hot tap with some soap and water. And that will save you heaps and heaps of time with the cleanup. If you put that in water, it's a nightmare. So with the sunscreen, with it being natural, it's not waterproof, and so you need to make sure that you're reapplying it if you get your skin wet. Ideally, you want to be putting this on probably every 2 hours. So if you're just going to go out for an hour or so, then you only need to obviously just do it once. But if you're going to be out all day, say at the beach, you really do need to take it with you and keep on reapplying it. But yeah, it smells amazing with the lavender oil, and yeah, fantastic.